Hey there. So, I am halfway through week 13 and I'm about to embark on the Cabbage Soup Diet. I've completed this 7-day diet hack on a number of occasions in the past, and I've lost anywhere between £6 and £15 over the course of that week. I think the more overweight you are, the more weight that you are likely to lose. So, said in my previous content that I was saving this one for a plateau. Well, guess what? Here is my baseline weigh-in. I've actually put on over half a pound since my 12-week weigh-in just over a week and a half ago.
As you can see here, 15.1, so I've put on half a pound rather than losing anything over the last week or so. Not great, but it is what it is. This is the starting point for the Cabbage Soup Diet.
So, let's talk a little bit more about this diet in terms of what it's all about. It's not as grim as it first might sound, but I'm not suggesting it's easy either. There is a good bit of variety over the course of the week in terms of what you'll eat. Cabbage soup is a diuretic, so some of what you'll lose is water weight. So it's really important that you hydrate during and also in the days following the diet. Otherwise you're at risk of putting some of that weight back on. So what will you eat over the course of the week? Let's start off by taking a look at the soup itself. So here you see are all of our ingredients. So we've got a white cabbage, Savoy cabbage, a good head of broccoli, some cauliflower there, carrot, celery, a couple of leeks, whole bulb of garlic, and also some dill. You know, we need to see a bit of flavour in there as well. We're also going to use a bit of stock. Turmeric is good and everything, as is black pepper. We're also going to season it a bit with some parsley and a bit of basil. And it's all going to come together in this 14-litre pot. So we'll probably make about 10 litres of soup. That should give us 3 portions a day for the week. Obviously we'll have to freeze some of it to keep it fresh. But yeah, that's where it's at. So I will show you the finished article. So the rule of thumb is that you eat 3 portions of the soup each day. You can eat more if you're hungry, or less if you feel 3 portions is too much. But what else do you eat? So let's have a wee explore of the 7 days and beyond actually. So on the first day, eat a portion of soup for breakfast and lunch and dinner if you feel it's necessary. With breakfast, have a piece of fruit, also the same at lunchtime. And for your evening meal on day 1, you will have a baked potato with a generous dollop of butter. That really is way tastier than it sounds. I don't know if it's just like, you know, being on the cabbage soup for a day. But yeah, you'll really enjoy that. On then to day 2. So day 2, you can eat raw or cooked vegetables, but avoid peas and sweet corn because they're high in sugar, and this will inhibit your weight loss. This is probably my least favourite day because the only foods I get to eat all day are the veggies and the soup. Day 3, you can have a mixture of fruit and vegetables. Again, avoid bananas and also avoid peas and sweet corn. By this stage, I would normally be finding it quite challenging, but I'm hoping that the Manjaro will help keep any cravings at bay and I'm not really going to feel hungry. Day 4, you can eat up to 6 bananas and either drink some skim milk with each meal or some sugar-free non-dairy milk. I will be drinking oat milk, unsweetened. The thinking behind this day is that it reduces any cravings that you might have for sweet foods. So there is a logic in it. Days 5 and 6 are the easiest. It actually feels like you are having a real meal. So on day 5, eat protein, so fish, beef or baked chicken breast without the skin. Obviously, I'm pescatarian, so I will be having white fish on this day, so I'll probably have a mixture of cod and maybe even a few prawns in there as well. You can do this for lunch and dinner, or either or, depending on how you feel that you're getting on. So again, have your soup at least twice on this day as well if you can manage it. Day 6, again eat proteins. Again, in my case it's going to be the fish. This time you have it just with tomatoes. So as with day 5, you can do this for lunch and dinner, or again either or depending on how your hunger levels are. This is my favourite day of the diet, as fish and tomatoes are just such a delicious and winning combination. Day 7 then, so this is the last day officially of the diet. So you'll have up to 100 grams of brown rice with vegetables, again excluding your peas and sweet corn. You would also have a small glass of unsweetened fruit juice with each meal. I'd recommend cranberry juice personally. This last day of the diet is all about preparing your body to eat starchy foods again. You should also snack on a piece of fruit once on that day as well, again avoiding bananas. So then, the kind of recovery phase, so you don't want to end up undoing the work and putting weight back on. Days 8 to 10, you should feel much lighter, but in order to keep that weight off, drink plenty of water and do eat a balanced, healthy diet, staying within your daily calorie allowance. For these 3 days, try and restrict your carb intake to a maximum of 50 grams per day. And on these 3 days, you can also start exercising again because you should have a little bit more energy. This diet is commonly used in hospital settings to help overweight people to lose weight rapidly as an enabler for surgery. Generally, it's not a huge amount of fun and you really will be glad by the end of it. If you're not doing it alongside weight loss jabs, you'll probably feel really scunnered by about day 3, but you can push through. Like I said, I've done it on a number of occasions and the results speak for themselves. So the diet is doable. It's probably my least enjoyable diet hack overall. I genuinely hope this time will be the last time I'll ever have to do it, if I'm being honest with you. It is a great kickstarter for your weight loss journey, or to help you overcome those tricky plateaus that you're bound to experience at points during your weight loss journey. So the soup is made, as you can see here, just giving it a whiz up. So here we have it. The cabbage soup is brewing away. It really only takes about maybe 20 minutes to cook, and then you whiz it up, and believe it or not, it is nowhere near as bad tasting as you think it might be. We begin in the morning, and I'll show you what I'm eating as we go through, and I'll give you a nightly insight into how I'm feeling overall, just in terms of hunger, cravings, motivation, if you feel it's worth it, all of these wee things. As unenjoyable as this diet is, it still gets a huge recommend from me, because it might just be the most effective diet hack out there. So I will see you tomorrow for day 1.
So, Cabbage Soup Diet, day 1. This is breakfast. 1 portion of the cabbage soup and a kiwi fruit. Here is lunch on day 2, golden delicious apple and a nice plate of the cabbage soup. Remember with your apples, as with any store-bought fruit, if you're not peeling them particularly, remember to soak those in cold water with baking powder, and that will help remove any of the nasties from the skin. Then give it a wee rinse off and job done. All good. Stay safe. So, day 1, dinner time, another lovely bowl of cabbage soup along with kiwi fruit. I have to say, I've done the cabbage soup diet before. You do get fed up quite quickly, but actually the Mounjaro is doing its job because I don't really feel particularly hungry, and obviously there's lots of goodness in the soup and in the fruit. So all good for the last meal of day 1. So this is breakfast on day 2. Grated carrot, grated beetroot, bit of chopped red onion and a couple of tomatoes. Very nice. So this is lunchtime on day 2. I've been really looking forward to this. Baked potato with a good helping of butter. Yeah, this is going to be
tasty as, especially when all you've had for a day or so is fruit and vegetables. Yes, definitely looking forward to it. So then, the end of day 2. So, how has it been? I don't think it's been as hard as it has been in the past. Again, probably down to the Mounjaro. There's only so much you can do with fruit and veg, but it was so nice getting a baked potato for dinner. You can have that on day 1, but I thought, nah, I'm going to save it for day 2 because I think by then you probably do need a wee bit of a treat. So yeah, I was so glad to get that. Makes such a difference. And who would think like baked potato and butter could be so tasty? But it really is. So yeah, so far so good. Tomorrow is a mixture of fruit and veg. Again, you know, it's pretty boring. There's only so much that you can do. But you know, feeling sated, not feeling hungry at all. So it's a case of so far so good. So I will check in with you tomorrow, night 3. So this is the dinner for Cabbage Soup, night 3. So this is basically just a mixture of carrot, tomato, cucumber, a bit of beetroot and some cauliflower and red onion, just sautéed in a wee bit of water. Added in a wee bit of turmeric and black pepper and cayenne just for a wee bit of flavouring. So yeah, definitely not the worst. And of course the Mounjaro is helping. Usually by this stage in the Cabbage Soup Diet, you're a bit scunnered, but the Mounjaro takes away the cravings. So this will do the job along with another wee plate of soup. So, night 3. Not bad. Yeah, just again, you know, a mixture of fruit and veg. But what I did tonight was I, as you've seen earlier on from the shots, I did that nice wee sautéed veg combination, and you know, all the different flavours, you know, especially the beetroot and the carrot, make a big difference, make it feel much less bland, and you know, just stick a few herbs in there. Yeah, it's probably been more manageable than it has been in the past. I think normally you'd be getting really scunnered by this point. Tomorrow is bananas and milk. So yeah, again, you know, not much variety in there, but the good thing about bananas is they do leave you, you know, feeling reasonably satisfied and a nice slow burn on the energy release. So again, you know, don't feel too hungry. So far so good, and I will check in with you tomorrow, night 4. So here we are on day number 4. It does say that you can have up to 6 bananas and also a couple of pints of skimmed milk. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to have a banana 3 times over the course of the day, along with 3 small glasses of unsweetened oat milk. So that should do the trick. Obviously I'll have the soup alongside that. Not a huge calorie day, not a bad day, you know, bananas are pretty good. So yeah, let's see how we get on. Aye, so this is night 4. So today has been bananas, nice and easy. Breakfast, bowl of soup, banana. Lunch, bowl of soup, banana. Dinner, bowl of soup, banana. Pretty boring, but okay. You know, I don't feel fatigued or anything like that, you know, so it's going pretty well. But I mean, by this time, you know, you are already, you know, looking forward to the end of it. But you know, day 5 is pretty good because you know you do get to have fish and vegetables, so you can make a nice wee combo out of that. And again, I'll make use of some herbs, and hopefully that'll keep things going in the right direction. So yeah, check in with you tomorrow night. So this is night 5, dinner time. So we're having a fillet of fish. As you can see, I've added in some herbs. So I've got in here some turmeric, cayenne pepper, parsley, and of course black pepper. And we're having that with a few vegetables there. So we can see just a mixture of cabbage, cauliflower, and broccoli. Doesn't taste too bad, and actually probably one of my favourite meals of the week. So I'm going to enjoy this. So yeah, night 5. Today, I just, I've drank plenty of water. I only had 2 portions of soup, so I had one at breakfast time and one at lunchtime, and then I had a pretty good plate of fish with vegetables, and it was great. I actually cheated a little bit because I put herbs on the fish, but the cheat was actually a bit of butter. Not much, just maybe about 5 grams. And I used the juices from the fish mixed with the butter, and I poured a little bit of that at the end of the cooking onto the bed of vegetables, and yeah, pretty tasty. I am almost there. Only got 2 more days to go, so yeah, fantastic. Do the job. And I'm looking forward to seeing how much weight has come off. I definitely feel lighter. And tomorrow, well, this has been the best meal of the week so far, but I think tomorrow will be even better because fish and tomatoes is just amazing. It's one of my favourite things, so I will look forward to that. I might only have a couple of portions of soup tomorrow as well. We'll see how I go, see how I feel. The rule of thumb is if you're hungry, eat more soup. So all good. And I'll check in with you guys tomorrow night, which will be night 6, almost there. So this is the delicious late lunch on day 6. So I'm having a mixture here of cod, which again is seasoned with turmeric, parsley, black pepper and cayenne pepper, on a bed of tomatoes which are seasoned with black pepper and basil. This should be absolutely delicious. So, night 6. Yeah, as predicted, the fish and tomatoes, absolutely delicious. Added a few herbs in there. Again, a wee bit of butter on the fish. Just a wee bit of a cheat there. But yeah, all good. I'm feeling pretty good. A couple of times I actually felt a wee bit lightheaded, but that is just down to the lack of calories. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why you shouldn't exercise during this diet. But yeah, all good. Drinking plenty of water, and looking forward to tomorrow being the last day. So we get some brown rice and some veg with some herbs again, so tomorrow shouldn't be too bad. But yeah, day 6 going well, and I do feel that I'm losing weight, so looking forward to the weigh-in on Wednesday morning. Almost forgot to take a video of this. So this is my late lunch on the final day of the Cabbage Soup Diet, day 7. Just a tasty blend of tomatoes, cauliflower, broccoli, cabbage, some leek, tiny wee bit of butter. Job done. I'm going to wash that lunch down now with a nice glass of unsweetened cranberry juice. So I'll be drinking 3 glasses of this today. Hi there, so this is night 7 of the Cabbage Soup Diet. I mean, that's me, that's it finished now, I think. Today I had soup at breakfast time, and then late afternoon I had a plate of rice with vegetables. Did have another soup taken out the freezer, but I've not ended up eating it. Didn't really feel hungry, probably thanks to Manjaro. But yeah, glad it's over, so quite intrigued to see how the weight loss is going to pan out tomorrow morning, so quite excited about that. But yeah, glad it's over. So this is morning 8, if you like, so that's the end of the Cabbage Soup Diet. Weighed myself this morning. As you can see from the scales here, I have lost 8 pounds. Absolutely fantastic. Delighted with that. Could I have done better? Maybe. I mean, the things that I've done over and above the Cabbage Soup Diet. So I've carried on having chia seeds and apple cider vinegar in the mornings. I've carried on having a tablespoonful of olive oil every night, and I've also had a cup of butter coffee pretty much every morning. So those are things you're not really supposed to do. Could that have shaved me off another pound or 2? Maybe, but I'm happy at that. That takes my overall weight loss so far to 51 pounds in less than 15 weeks. So not far off the 15-week weigh-in actually, but yeah, overall Delighted. £8 is a really good result. You know, there was a bit of a plateau there, so it was great to have it in the locker. So I'm now only 2.5 stone exactly from my target weight. Hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll look forward to seeing you on the next one.